everything.
Bumping and banging.
Big boy in the morning. All righty, man. Y'all got to gather around your radios to grab some of this game and just some of this knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Best believe it. I got my dude up in here by the name of Tariq Nasheed. And Tariq is an author, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
A playwright.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And many other things, my brother.
Yes, indeed.
Now, how many books do you have now, Tariq?
I have 5 books.
All righty.
Yes.
And the name of the books are?
My first book was The Art of Mackin'.
I remember that.
Was a huge bestseller.
Go ahead now.
Then I wrote a book for women called Player Be Played, everything women need to know about men, dating, and relationships.
Go ahead now.
My next book was called The Mac Within because I had to tap into the Mac within all men and bring that up out of them.
Right. Had the squares be Macs also.
Yes, indeed.
We all have an inner Mac in us.
We do, and people, they hear the word Mac and they think something negative. They think it's a dude with a fur coat and a purple hat, beating women with shoes, and it's not that Huggy Bear nonsense. It's all about having the right vibe and a right mouthpiece. That's all it is.
Now, what's the next boek? I think we did 3.
We did 3. So the next book was a book called The Art of Gold Digging. I wrote another book for women because women wanted to know how to get that paper. And there's nothing wrong with that. See, people got this thing where we shame the gold diggers. There's nothing wrong with a woman wanting to get hers in and get some paper and get security. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I commend women for stepping their game up and getting some tangibles in that purse.
Go ahead now. And book number 5.
And book number 5 was a book called The Elite Way, the 10 things that men need to know about dating and relationships.
I heard that.
So I really broke the game down from 3 levels, from the introductory stage when men first meet women, then the maintenance stage, because a lot of times when we get in relationships, we got to know how to maintain that thing.
Go ahead now.
And a lot of people don't really go into that. And then I talked about the rebound stage. What do you do when you get out of a relationship?
I heard, you probably need to do a whole lot of that today then. Good Lord, man. I'm going to tell you, we all over the board in relationships in here. You know what I'm saying? One of us got a man and we've never met. It's a mystery, man. I'm not going to say who it is. You know what I'm saying? One of us just got out of a relationship, but I don't know if she's still dipping back into. I'm not saying you. You know what I'm saying? Best believe that. One of us is a virgin in here. Which is a good thing. There she go right there. I don't want to say who it is. You know what I'm saying? And one of us, man, he just smashing a whole lot. As many as he can.
Okay, so he's in his full-fledged player stage.
Yes, he is, man. Now, is there a full-fledged player stage? Are players really players, man, or is there something emotionally wrong with them?
No, man. All men go through a player stage at one point in their lives. It's something that we have to get out of our system.
All right.
The problem is a lot of women. Exactly. And a lot of women, unfortunately, they get a guy when he's right in the middle of that stage.
Right.
You got to get it out of your system. We just want to know in the back of our minds, how many women can we get? How many notches we can get on our belts?
Yes, sir.
Now, sometimes you have the delayed player stage where you got a guy who got married and got hooked up at a very young age.
Right.
Then he goes through a midlife crisis. Right. He's like 40 with a convertible and his hat turned backwards doing the damn nay-nay. Right. You did? So these are delayed players.
The old one in the club.
Now what about women, man? Now with women.
Yes.
There was we had something where it said that men are more emotional after a breakup than a woman. Like we hold it down, we're crying about that, man, so on and so forth. Is that true?
We think that egotism is emotion. See, with men, it's all about ego, and it's not emotion. We get very egotistical because we're possessive about our women. So the thought of somebody else getting our property, that messes with the ego. It has nothing to do with emotions, nothing to do with love.
Well, I don't know. We just had a punk ass on his Facebook or something. Somebody that was crying or something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
man. But that's
send him your books.
That's like a child who lost his toy. There's no emotional attachment. He's just mad that somebody else is getting what he has. So we got to understand egotism and emotion. So when we got a lot of dudes out here with a butcher knife outside of a woman's house talking about why you leave me, that's all about how come somebody else is going to get what I have. So we got to understand that.
Yeah, well, I ain't never taken no butcher knife. Already, well, when you see someone that's extremely like beautiful, sexy, and then they say, I don't have a man. Not that all beautiful girls should be in a relationship, but what happens when, so let's just say this girl right here, I date the hot take.
And she's beautiful.
Yes, she is. Now, and not that she needs a man, but why doesn't she have a man? But she wants one.
Relationships are about vibes. It's all about vibes. It's not about looks. It's not about your mouthpiece, really. It's all about the vibe
I'm married.
you have.
Look at me.
Yes, indeed. Because this is why you said somebody, they're in a relationship, but they never seen the person. We have a lot of these internet relationships that's not really real relationships.
Like catfishing.
You understand? Because when you get with somebody, relationships are about the nonverbal communication. Most of relationships are built on 90% nonverbal communication. Like if you're in a marriage or a relationship, I'm married, Me and my wife, we don't talk a lot, but our vibe is good. We can just be in the same room and not say anything, but we just click because our chemistry is there. And that's really what relationships about. Or it's about the chemistry and the vibe. So a lot of times, if a fine woman don't have a man, there's some baggage and some energy that she's bringing along with her that people can feel.
Yeah.
You did?
I think so.
Just like women, y'all can feel.
Like we hit it, but we don't want to take all the baggage. You know what I'm saying? We take a carry on. You know what I'm saying? But we don't want all the luggage.
Dudes put women in two categories.
Don't tell them this.
I gotta tell them.
No, I need to know. I want to know.
Every dude, I'm telling y'all, women, when you go out with a
hold on, your mic is off. All right, what's
number one? We put you in the potential girlfriend category. All right. And number two, we put you in the potential sex partner category. And if you're not a potential girlfriend, you go into the potential sex partner category by default.
Right.
Because we can go on a date with a woman and a woman go on a date with a guy. She's looking at a guy, she's not feeling him. She's like, I ain't feeling this guy. I'm never going to see him again. Guys, we're on a date with a woman. We're like, I ain't feeling her, but I'm still going to hit it after I leave Roscoe's.
Right.
So that's our thought. So y'all think just because we're down to hit it, there's something there.
Yeah.
You dig? So that's the mistake that a lot of women make. But your chemistry and your vibe has to be on point.
So you think she got some baggage?
Oh, yeah.
There might be some baggage there that a lot of guys are sensing. Guys can sense baggage just like women. Y'all can sense thirst on a dude.
Right.
Yes,
y'all
we
can
can.
look. You can look in a dude's eyes and just see the thirst.
Yep.
You dig? So a lot of women will be like, okay, I ain't trying to get with him, but I'm gonna have him buy me and my girls drinks.
Right. Oh, how's that happened to Louis, boy?
They had you popping them bottles.
Many of them. Where does one I'm so glad that I'm married because I would hate to be out there now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just so whack and just
hard.
superficial and you
It's
know what I'm
rough.
saying? Like, how does one find that guy or that girl now?
What you do to find the right person, you have to become the person you want to find. See, the thing is, we want to get with people to make up for our own deficiencies.
So when a girl say I want a rich guy, she should be rich first.
Or what you should do, you should be in rich circles. That's the thing.
Okay, now what is a rich circle?
You need to go to places where there's water sports. go to charitable events. You did?
Can you explain why do we go to water
You
sports?
go to water sports because there's money by the water. That's the rule. Wherever there's water, there's money. There's high class real estate. There's yachting. There's surfing. There's something to do with money.
What
Sailing.
about the bummy surfer that just park his VW right there and hop into the water?
No water sports near Venice.
Now, I ain't talking about Santa Monica Pier. I'm talking about some places where there's some big money.
Yes, sir.
In rivers.
Okay, so you want to surround you want to be around places where you know it's going to happen.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's why
true.
you got to go to charity events.
Right.
You got to start going to places on Rodeo Drive.
Yeah, man.
Just eating lunch at certain spots, being around paper, and being comfortable around it. Because sometimes you get around money and you act insecure. That's going to thwart your game. So being comfortable around money situations, you will be
Like
in a
you belong. Like I belong here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, right.
And that's true.
Absolutely.
And that's true because during the summer when I went to Havasu or all the lakes, like it's a bunch of hot chicks and then the old guy driving the boat.
Exactly.
You know,
All the chicks are hot.
But
dressed with gray hair hanging out.
It's the old man driving the boat.
But
man.
that old dude done had a threesome though. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
He got a pocket full of Viagra getting it in.
Go ahead now.
I pop my collar to those old trick dudes out there.
Now, where's the website at right now? Tariq,
Yes,
how
we
can they
got,
get in touch with you?
TariqRadio.com.
TariqRadio.com.
Y'all Instagram me, TariqElite.com.
TariqElite.com.
Yes, indeed.
Show you right.
Yes, sir.
All righty, though. Natalia had one.
You were saying that guys, they go on a date with a female, they put her in two categories,
Yes.
either the potential girlfriend or the potential we're going to bone and smash.
Yes.
Now, let's say you put a girl in a potential girlfriend category and second date, she decides to sleep with you. Do men automatically write her off as too easy?
No. Second dates are cool.
Okay.
Because the chemistry is there because sometimes men will wait it out. We don't give a damn.
Okay.
If we've invested $20, $30 in some Roscoe's or some fat burgers, we'll wait it out for a year to hit it, and then after we hit it, we're bouncing. You
Okay.
dig? So we're petty like that.
Ugh.
So just because a woman has sex with a guy on a second or third date, we don't really trip on that. It's all about the number of dudes you're having sex with.
Because see, I was always told the moment if you give it up too soon, in the back of his head, he has now signed you off as you can never be his wife.
A lot of times that's the first date. If y'all get it in on the first date, that might be in the back of a dude's mind. Sometimes dudes are cool with it. Some guys are like, okay, we hit it off on the first date, but
we had chemistry.
We had chemistry.
Whatever they want to put it under.
But we just want to make sure you don't have that same chemistry with 5 or 6 other dudes.
Right. Like it's high school, you just got different periods. It's period 3 of chemistry. Good Lord.
We want to make sure you're wife material and not thought material.
Right.
And I don't use the word thought in a negative way. And because the thing is, the thoughts, and excuse my expression for people, I don't want to be offensive, but the thoughts have stepped it up. Back in the day, you would get the goody two-shoe female, and we would try to get her to be thoughtish. But
right.
the thing has happened in reverse. Now we got thoughts out here that can cook real good. I know some thoughts who can make some damn good baked chicken.
Go ahead.
And they got dudes locked down right now. Yeah. So now women have to compete with domestic thoughts. So now y'all got to start stepping your game up. There's a lot of competition out here. You got women out here twerking and making grits and eggs and all types of stuff right now. So y'all got to really step it up and compete.
Go ahead. The thought that make the good baked chicken is what you said. All right, I'm going to write that down too.
All right, I have a really big question.
Yes.
Very simple. Why do men downgrade when they cheat?
Very good question. Very good question. The reason why a lot of men downgrade is because if you cheat with a woman who's as fine or finer than the main lady, now you have competition. Fine women, they don't want to be second fiddle. So they're going to start sabotaging the main relationship. They ain't going to just be on the sideline. They're like, okay, I can be your main chick. Let me call your house and get that other chick up out of there. But a chick who's on a lower level, she can play that side chick role and just kind of be in the cut and just meet you at Motel 6 when you need to get it in. You dig?
Fair enough.
Is that what happened with you?
Yeah, he downgraded big time.
Really
She
though?
looked like a possum.
Does that give you like a little solace though, like a little comfort? Like, man, look who he cheated with.
Yeah, it does.
A little bit,
He picked up trash and
But don't get
what he
offended
segues.
by that.
Wow,
Don't
you
get
weren't-
offended by that.
not.
Yeah, because a lot of women like, oh damn, why you mess with a
Do you think that
you
she
mess
was
with a
doing,
chick?
maybe she was doing more? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you weren't doing enough.
And some of those strong-faced
Yeah,
women,
blame it on-
some
blame it
of
on
those-
Right.
Is that a big reason why guys cheat?
What?
No, it's about newness. It's all about something new, something different. It's something adventurous. And again, some of those strong-faced women, they give the best sex out there.
He said strong, like ugly.
Well, yeah, I just say strong-faced.
Strong
I
face.
got strong face. My bad. All right. So some of the strong face women would do.
Now, Big said ugly.
No. I was just wondering for anybody that was out there. I was clearing up strong face for myself too. So there's probably some people out there that were saying strong face. You know. So you were saying that men cheat because it's something new,
It's a
something
new
different.
thing.
Why do women cheat?
Women cheat really for. It's more of an emotional thing when women cheat. It's something that the dude is not doing at home, something that they're missing. It's all about the feeling they get from the guy, not just the sexual experience. Because a lot of women, they can cheat by just going out with the guy, talking with him on the phone. They get more emotionally vested.
Yeah.
So it's something that she's missing emotionally. With guys, it's just something physical he wants to do.
So
Right.
I've always said in my relationships from the beginning, what I need is I need you to always, from here to the end of our relationship, always tell me I'm beautiful. Because if you're telling me that and you're telling me I'm sexy and pretty, I'm not going to go look for it somewhere else,
Right.
some other
So
guy.
you tell the guy to tell you that?
Dang.
Yes, I tell him, don't forget to tell me that I'm beautiful.
I'm working on you then. Yeah, I be talking about the body and everything.
But we got to understand there's different types of cheaters, though.
Right.
There's some guys, they're cheating just to be dirty Max. They're guys who just want to get over on the woman that he's dating because it's a unresolved mother issues that he has. A lot of times women get with dudes, and the women that he's with, it's like a mother-child relationship. So what happens is that a lot of guys start rebelling when they're in relationships with women who are more dominant. They start rebelling with women they're in relationships, and the woman is more dominant. So they're like, okay, she's dominating me, but I'm gonna go out here and sneak around and do what I do,
Right.
Because I'm a man.
Right,
It's that
right,
type
right,
of thing.
right.
So women got to be very careful about the type of guys you get with who might be potential cheaters.
What are some signs that a guy might be a potential cheater?
All right, we got to go to commercial right
There you
now.
go. Thank you very much, brother.
Yeah, what are the signs?
One of the signs is basically how secure is he in his career? Because a lot of times when guys are not secure in their career, they don't feel like they're in control in their career. They will try to control and dominate women sexually. So look at that thing. Look at how secure he is. That's one of the main things that makes men cheat. They want to dominate something. It's in our nature to be a boss. And when we're not bosses at work or bosses in our household, we're going to be the boss of these
Of
thoughts.
something.
Of something. We're going to be the boss of something. So look at that insecurity in guys.
Oh, gosh.
Go ahead, Ida.
Damn.
Can men really truly be satisfied by one woman for like the rest of their life? Because
I hope so.
I don't know. I'm starting to
We
not
can.
believe in that.
Yeah, we can. You just got to find the right person who has the right chemistry with you and appreciate that person, because a lot of times women are so used to guys challenging them and guys being cheaters and guys earning their respect from them. A lot of times women get a guy who's thorough, they get a man who's down to be faithful, and then you don't respect the guy. You're like, okay, something must be wrong with him. You dig? So you got to appreciate a guy who will be down to be faithful to you forever.
Keep that maintenance up, ladies.
Yes,
Oh,
indeed.
look at him.
Yeah.
There
I'm
you
hearing
go.
about a lot of
Yeah.
things that us females have to do. We have to make sure we're not nagging enough. We have to make sure to give you enough support. We have to make sure that we're keeping up with our cooking. What are the guys
More
doing?
than that.
No, it's all about choosing correctly. If you got to do all that extracurricular stuff, it's really something wrong with the dude. I don't tell women to do all this old crazy stuff. Find somebody who you have the right chemistry with, so you don't have to do all the extra stuff. Just like with guys, if you have to mow the lawn and you got to take a woman out every week and then you got to pay her rent and then you got to pay a car note, she has you in a trick bag. That ain't the person for you.
Yeah, see, I don't mow the grass.
Yeah.
Don't do it, gang.
Not right now. We got a lot of cement at the crib. No, all the other stuff, you got me. Tariq, there's a crew of 8. And not that anything has to do with looks, but 8 beautiful women.
Yes.
All 8 of them are either cousins or friends. All 8 of them say that they're virgins. This is Ani's crew. All 8 of them. Now,
The virgin.
and I love this, and Ani, I love what I don't ever want you to smash ever, and if you do, don't come in and tell me nothing. Alrighty, but out of 8 girls, is there one of them that's like I can't say it because the other ones are gonna say something about me?
To be honest, I don't believe that 8 girls who are all friends are virgins. See, a lot of women lie about virginity. See, a lot of them lie. They lie, dude. I've met women who say, I'm a virgin, I don't do nothing. Then when you prod them a little bit, they're like, well, I just put my mouth over there.
Yep.
Then you start prodding them a little bit and finding out little stuff. You
Yeah,
dig?
man.
Well, he had did this, and he had put his head under the sheets, and then they start telling you little stuff and dropping it, and they, in their mind, they're like, okay, that didn't count because I was drunk when it happened, or it didn't count because it was in Daytona Beach somewhere. So they have that old don't count sex.
Once you get on the plane, it don't matter.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah, it was in Cancun, so it didn't really count.
There you
that
go.
type of stuff. So I have to really prod them and see if they're real virgins.
Should have had
Go
him
ahead
on
now.
here.
Like, just looking at me, would you look at me and say, oh, she's a liar, she's lying, she's not a virgin?
Oh, I'm sorry. I would have to, looking at you, you don't look like a virgin. And I don't say you don't look like a thought either, but I'm just saying, you look like you've been in a relationship and you had some type of physical gratification with a guy. You understand?
Okay. But I've never been in a relationship. I have kissed a guy before. I have.
Now how old are you, by the way?
22.
She's lying about
Oh, you lying about your age. So, you about to-
In my 20s.
so you've been with a guy, and I know you've been on dates before, right?
Yeah. I go to dates, but I've never been on a dinner date with a guy where the guy has paid for me because I don't like that.
But you've been kicking it and
Yeah,
chill
like we
with the
went to
dude
the beach before,
Have you ever
the
been to a
park.
guy's house and kicked it?
Yeah.
Okay, so nothing happened?
No.
Nothing physical?
No.
Why not?
Because the guy already knows that. I already put my line. When you talk to me as a guy, you try to approach me, you already see I have a whole different kind of vibe, like you said. Like, you already know what kind of girl I am. You try to touch me, I'll be like, yo, I've had guys say, you know, I've been scared to hug you. Like, I'm scared to touch you because I feel like you're going to act a certain way or you're going to say something because I give that off to people.
Now, did something traumatic happen to you when you were a child?
No, when I was growing up, my brother was really overprotective. So he saw a guy hugging me one time. Him and all of his friends, they went there like, stop, like, what's going on?
Right.
There was like a whole argument about that, and I never wanted to go through that again. So I was just like, you know what?
Okay,
Yeah.
like so on a
Like, that's
subconscious,
pretty much it, yeah.
level, you don't you when you're with a guy, you kind of feel that your brother's presence is there, basically.
Or just with the upbringing, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
and there's nothing wrong with that. We're not criticizing.
Not
you for
anymore.
being a
Now I'm
virgin.
okay with hugging. Like, it's not a big deal to hug guys or to kiss or anything, but to have sex, like, I want to.
You've kissed with tongue?
Yeah,
I don't want to hear this.
No. Well,
Ani,
once.
no.
Once.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Once. But I was like,
And that's a good thing, and nobody's knocking
See,
that. You're just waiting.
These are the layers that
Yeah,
you're talking about.
you keep prodding.
No.
Yeah,
you keep prodding.
Yeah.
But to be a virgin, that's like one thing I was taught as a family in my religion. It's like, no sex
Oh,
until
okay.
marriage. It's
Okay.
more of a religious thing.
We all were taught
There
that.
you go. Yeah.
So-
You know what I'm saying?
Forgot that.
She we stop prodding though. Because then by the time in a couple minutes she was like, I took it in the ass. Noah. Now who's Noah?
No.
She keeps saying
The Notebook.
Noah. Go ahead now.
Noah from the Notebook. No,
Yeah.
but yeah, see, I want to stay a virgin until I'm married.
That's
like
good.
what I want to do.
That's good.
And my friends are like that too. Like I've had a friend who's been in a
Now I
relationship.
believe
The
that
other
now.
seven.
I don't believe all your friends are
No,
virgins
but
either.
she was in a
They'll
relationship
go along
the
with your
longest.
thing. They're like, oh, she's a virgin. I'm a virgin too.
We're all
They-
virgins.
But
they just
I've
kinda
known
go
them,
along
my
with it.
cousins and friends. I've known them since I was a kid, and we would always talk about this. We'd be like, yeah, we're not gonna have, sex
That's why it's
until
so
we're
hard
married.
for one of them to say it.
Yeah.
But then one of my friends,
exactly.
she was like, I wish I did have sex with my ex-boyfriend. And I was like, man, she was with him the longest. She's like, I honestly wished I lost my virginity to him. And I was like, yeah, I sort of wish you did too, because he was like, I liked you guys together, and I wanted you to have that.
But then she would have been sitting there saying, I had sex with him and it's over
And,
now.
yep.
That's
You know
true,
what I'm
but
saying?
like just the fact that she's saying, and everybody's down to take a lie detector test.
I offered to do the polygraph. I guarantee you all 8 of them won't show up.
Yeah,
I will go
exactly,
to the
exactly.
doctor. You guys, I don't know. I'm
No,
sure there's a
not
doctor.
you.
or
Not
there's
you.
Your
doctors.
friends. Your friends.
They'll
It's
go
your friends.
too. I promise you guys, they'll go to the
Well, I
doctor.
love
like
it.
Yeah.
If
6
all,
out of 8
if all
show
8 of
up.
them are, then I love it.
Exactly.
I love
I don't
it.
believe it, but I love it if they are.
Right,
But
go
you
ahead
know
now.
that 40% of college students are virgins in an article I just read that was written in New York. It
And
said
40% of them lie too. People lie.
Yeah, and those are,
Yeah, you gotta
like,
understand.
high
People
percentage.
lie.
That's
Especially
almost
when
half
women,
of a.
Women lie about sex all the time, what they didn't do.
Say that
So
again.
They
Yes.
lie about it all the time.
All the
You
time.
know, because you don't want to seem like you're promiscuous.
Yep.
So a lot of times women downplay what happens when it comes to sex. So
But
that's-
is that society's double standard though?
It
You
is.
know what I'm saying? Because if I know a girl, like one of my homegirls, she's done smashed a whole lot.
yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, she smashed a whole lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then also she's
It
not
used
my
to
wife
be
either.
a negative thing in society. Now it's almost celebrated. Now, if you're a woman, you smashed a lot of people, you get on Love and Hip Hop. You know,
Right,
they
right,
have
right,
a
right,
whole, there's a subgenre for that now.
Right. People leaking their own tapes.
Yeah, you got
know what I'm
sex
saying?
tapes and you get a cologne line.
Right,
You
right,
dig? So,
So the world is just in a different place.
it's a different place, man. They celebrate promiscuity with women now.
Man, now Sierra and Russell Wilson, they
Yeah.
said that they're not going to have sex until they're married.
Please.
All right,
Elaborate.
Isn't she pregnant now?
right? No.
Okay, I could've sworn she was pregnant.
She had a baby.
She had a baby.
Okay.
But my thing is this. For one, is something you've never had is easier to say, I'm not going to do that. I've never had it. You know what I'm saying? But then if you've had it, I think it's just hard to say I'm not going to do something until, like, what if the wedding is next year? You know what I'm saying? Am I really going to hold off till next year? Or am I going to tell my wife, like my girl, like, hey, man, I know we made this promise, but let's just go ahead and...
Most people are not going to do that. And again, when we talk about celebrities, a lot of stuff they do is for PR. They will say, well, we're dating, but we're not having sex yet. Because that looks good on a PR level.
Right,
It's bad to say, okay, I got a newborn kid and I'm smashing another dude. So you got to clean that up. Remember, Brandy did something like that. And I love Brandy, by the
Go
way.
ahead.
But Brandy was like, I'm married to this guy over here, and found out she wasn't married to the guy.
Right, I hear you.
You dig? So people do things for little PR stunts to kind of clean their image up.
Do
So I
all-
think old dude from Seattle is smashing the brakes off Sierra.
Go ahead now. All right.
Tariq has the with social media and everything. What's the macking game like now, especially like with social media, with Instagram, the DMs and the direct
Oh,
messages?
man.
Oh man, good question, man.
that
Social media, man, that has taken a lot out of the game because now with social media, people get addicted to just verbal text message relationships. Because I talk to dudes and they're like, "Yeah, I've been dating this girl for 2 years. I ain't met her yet, but I love her." Dude,
Weird.
you're not in a relationship. Instagram and internet relationships don't count, and there's no excuse for not having your game tight. See, back in the day,
Yeah.
dudes used to fall back on, "Well, I'm a nerd, so I can't get women." You dig? Nerds can get women. You got like conventions like Comic-Con and all this stuff. and science fairs, women dressed up like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, man.
You got women out here who fine as hell with Pokemon cards in their purse.
Yes,
So
sir.
there's nerds ain't got no excuse. There's women nerds out there for you. So there's somebody for everybody. So you need to get out there and physically put the Mac down.
What do you think about online dating and all these Tinder apps?
Online dating is good for introductory purposes only. That's for you to say, hey, my name is John, your name is Lisa, here's my number, let's connect physically. It's not for you to maintain the relationship online. These are just introductory purposes. And people don't utilize it for that. they stick with these little internet relationships for years and years and years, and you're not in a real relationship if you're not physically vibing with people.
Damn.
He done broke your code
Yeah,
down.
pretty much, man.
Yeah, that dude with fingers raw from Tinder swiping to the left and right.
Pretty much, man.
You gotta love
I had
it.
to replace my screen like every 3 weeks.
Tariq Nasheed, do all men lie in relationships?
A lot of us do. A lot of us do. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because you got to understand this. If men start being brutally honest,
Right.
the relationship is going to go to hell. You understand?
Wow.
Women, listen, if a dude starts getting brutally honest with you, that relationship is in trouble, because sometimes when women are like, okay, do I look fat in this outfit? No, baby, you look fine. But if you get to the point where you're like, do I look fat in this outfit? Yeah, you look fat as hell.
Right.
Do something about that. Now he's on something else. Now he's on his way out the door, and he's using something or trying to find a reason to justify throwing you under the bus. So when people are being brutally honest with you, telling you every little fault and every little thing about you in a negative way, that's not necessarily a good thing.
Now, you know, back in the days when people would say, you got to find a good woman in church. You got to find a good man in church. You know what I'm saying? Where do you find the good people at?
Man,
nowadays.
church ain't it.
Right.
You dig?
Yeah.
You mess around and get another Eddie Long up in these churches. You come home and he has a cross and a thong on. But you get good people. You get good people at 7-Eleven, the mall. Good people are out and about every day, man. It's all about your vibe, the energy that you have. That's what you need. It's not the location. The location is you. Because if your vibe is together, people are going to naturally gravitate
with
towards
social
you.
media, with the way that we see relationships on television, the way that things are played out now, how you watch these reality shows, like, is there still a thing called relationships and love? And you know what I'm saying? Like right now, I'm out the game, and I thank God.
Yeah.
Because I would hate to be everybody in the club want to pop a bottle. Everybody want to be rich right now. Every girl wanted this. You know what I'm saying? Like, is there anyone out there that's still like, man, I just want a relationship?
Man, there's a saying, big man. It's lonely at the top, but it's jam-packed on the bottom. So when all the ratchetness and all this stuff is going on, there's going to be a lot of that.
Right.
But when you peel the layers back, you're going to find those dimes and those diamonds in the most isolated spots. You got to know how to find them. Because if I'm at a club, I can find the female that's going to be more compatible with me. It's going to be the female who's not twerking, who's not with the little ratchet outfit, who's not popping bottles. It's the female who's just kind of chilling by the bar by herself, real low key. Those are the people that I'm going to gravitate towards. If I was single, I'm married now.
Right.
And same thing with guys, women. If you want to meet dudes, it's not the dudes with the cell phone and the dude with the glasses and the jewels and the rented Rolls Royce and all that. It's going to be the dude and the slacks and the dockers and the penny loafers, the dude who's talking like he has sense. But a lot of times women can't look at that guy as being boring.
Right.
That guy is going to be the most stable person for you, so you need to look for stability over swag all the time, because swag is not necessarily a good thing.
And you know what they say swag is? Something with a gluteus. All right, there it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, also, he's a playwright. Can you tell him what was the name of the play that you wrote before?
Yeah. I did a lecture tour called Player Thou Art Loose. So it was getting those negative spirits off the players out there.
Right, Player Thou Art Loose.
Yes.
All righty, go ahead, Natalia.
What are some of the biggest mistakes you think women make in relationships?
Oh, man. Choosing a guy based on superficial things. That's one of the biggest mistakes, because a lot of times women, one of the biggest mistakes they do is project their own desires onto dudes instead of looking at the dude for what he is. So they see a guy, and he might be a guy with a weak mouthpiece, a guy who's trying to get himself together, but you project your own ideologies on this guy, and when he don't live up to these ideologies that you project, then you get upset with the guy. And he was being who he was from day one. Yeah. So you have to listen to dudes and accept who and what they are. That's the problem with a lot of women.
Okay.
How do you feel about your guy?
I love my guy. But what you're saying actually is really true. I have a girlfriend who just realized that she would do that in all of her relationships. She kept seeing him and going, yeah, but you could be so much better. You could do this, you could do that. And then she would push, and then eventually push him away. My problem before I got into my current relationship was I kept finding men who were unavailable, whether it was distance or emotionally unavailable. Right. And but I did that because I knew it would never work out deep down inside, because I was afraid to get hurt. So I looked deep in myself. I found out what my issues were.
Show you right.
And a lot of times women will make excuses for guys like that. They're like, he's not with me right now. He's working. You know, he's not with me right now, but he's at the studio. He's not with me, but you know he has a woman somewhere. But a lot of times women will lie to themselves about the situation in order to try to just be in there.
What about women who do kind of stay in a relationship? And there's some relationships that you can't say, oh, just get out. There's either, you know, there's kids, there's, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just say, oh, I found out something's going to leave. But what about the woman that you constantly, everyone knows that this guy is a cheater, you keep going back to him, whatever it is it self-esteem when it comes to something like that?
A lot of times, a lot of women stick in bad relationships out of laziness. Because in order to get out of a relationship, you got to start over. Now you got to start getting your clothes right. You got to go back to the gym and get back in shape. You got to start cooking again. You got to start getting your money together again. You got to get your hair done weekly.
Said paying your own Netflix.
Yeah,
Get your own account.
Exactly. You got to.
And you know what? That's what some people do. They like, man, I got to start all over again.
Right. That's exactly. That's the thing.
At least I know what she's like. I know what he's like. You know what I'm saying? Or the fear of starting over.
That's what it's about. People are too lazy to start over, so they get comfortable. They're like, okay, I can make do with this.
Ide, do you still believe in men?
Sort of, but not really.
Really? No.
Like I'm.
How long were you with your ex?
7 years.
Wow.
I kind of disagree with you about the laziness, because I definitely wasn't lazy at all. It was more of a comfort level for me, and I truly did love him still. Like, I wasn't ready to let go. Like, when he broke my heart, I still loved him.
Now, when in that relationship did he break your heart? How soon? With
5 years in.
5 years in. Okay. Now, again, you've invested a lot, and again, that's
There
a
was
long
a lot.
time. There was a lot of invested, but I'm saying there's a lot of people who will date somebody for a year and they get in the comfort zone and they'll be like, okay, he cheated, but I don't feel like getting a new apartment.
It was a really hard thing for me to like heal and get over with, but I tried to stay and see if I could get over it, and at the end I found out I really couldn't. I couldn't get over the fact that he cheated on me.
And there's nothing wrong with trying to stick a relationship out. I get guys emailing me all the time saying, hey, man, me and my wife, we having problems, man. Hey, man, I want to hit the club
You
or
gotta
something.
try, though.
You got to try because, you know, sometimes my wife gets on my nerves sometimes. But, you know, relationships are like roller coasters. They go up and down. We love, we get upset. We love, we get upset. Because the grass is not greener on the other side.
Right.
There's no
Especially
relationship.
when there's a drought going on.
Yeah, exactly.
That grass could be, you know what I'm saying?
Nobody you date or get into a marriage or relationship with is going to be perfect and smooth all the time. It's not happening. So you might as well work out what you have right now.
How long has it been since you and your guy been separated?
About 2 years, but he's still hitting me up. I have messages from him today.
Wow.
Damn,
That good
still?
monkey.
Yeah,
I can't blame the
still.
victim, but it was that good monkey. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be dynamite. You know what I'm saying?
I would never go back to him though.
Really, though? Go ahead now. Read one of the text messages.
I'm happy. Oh.
No, she's about to. No, don't do that.
Then why do you reply to his messages?
Yeah.
Then?
Do
Why
you
do you
still-
still
you
stay
still
in
talk
contact
You know,
with
because
them?
the thing, everybody says the same thing. Well, the
I
thing
don't
is
know, you
that
still talk to him.
I forgave him. Like, I'm okay with where I'm at, and I have no hate towards him anymore. I'm completely happy now, and because he was a part of my life for so long, like, I don't feel like being a bitch for no reason. Like, I feel that if I just ignore him, that I'm being like, I don't know, like, I'm just being immature about it. Like, I can
But
be mature.
you don't want to flip flop though. You don't want to do that back and forth thing.
I don't do like emotional type of things. Like, if he says he misses me, I never say like I miss you or.
But,
you're
but
allowing
guys,
him.
we weasel our way back in though. That's the thing. We'll weasel our way back in. We know what you want to hear, so we'll act like the friend and be like, "Hey, I want to come over and watch Netflix with you."
Good morning.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, "Hey, I was just thinking about you for Thanksgiving." It's that type of thing, and he's trying to stuff
Oh,
something
he definitely
else.
is. He definitely tried me over the weekend. He texted me and he said that he's not doing too good, and I still care about
And
him.
see,
He's pity
he know
macking.
that.
That's pity macking. He's pity
man.
macking.
I
Don't fall
didn't-
for the
Pity
pity macking.
macking.
That's exactly what he was doing.
Pity mac, especially around the holidays.
But see, my brain really thought like there's really something wrong with him, but it was more of like, I can't see you anymore. I'm like, get out of my
And
face.
see, that's also like we know exactly who we're dealing with, especially since he's been around you for many years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He know the layers. He know how to penetrate. He know how to get at your soul. Everything. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, man, when we lose something, that's when we really want it back, and we really want it back, and not to get it back for it just to be ours, but just like lose it. It's a bitch when you lose that control.
Right.
It's
You know
so
what I'm
true.
saying? And so
Right.
when you lose that control, it could be like he can get, and not just you. You can get back with someone, and then it's like, okay, I got control again. out.
It's definitely what he was saying earlier about more of having that control and the fact that that person could be with somebody else. Because like he wrote to me, he's like, and who knows, you're probably with somebody else now or eventually you're going to, and I don't want to be heartbroken. I'm like, what the
Damn, yeah, he
fuck?
working on you, baby.
But you broke my heart. You had no
messed up.
problem doing
He
that.
working
He
on
know
you.
he messed
He
up
wants it
because
one last time and that's
he
it.
Right.
knows that grass
What you
is
say?
not greener.
He wants it one last time and that's
He
it.
ain't gonna get
Yeah,
out.
and it ain't
Yeah,
nothing
man.
like when you used to
Already got
chop
something
down
better,
something
so.
that you had before. You're like, man, I want that one more time.
One more
And
time.
then you get it and you feel so accomplished. And then, like you
Yeah,
said, you
and
hit
then you
it.
gone.
And then
you
he's
gone,
gone.
man.
Yeah,
Just
no,
like
I'm
that. Yeah, don't do it, baby.
I've done
I
it
will
plenty
not.
of times.
Don't
Change
do
your
it.
number.
Ani, make sure you stay next to her.
Yes, indeed.
All right,
felt something better.
she's going honorary virgin. All right, best believe that she's getting her V card back. You know what I'm saying? It got an asterisk next to it. There's an asterisk, but you know what I'm saying? It's going down, man.
Tariq, how do you juggle more than one girl during the holidays?
Wow.
Like holidays are coming up, man.
don't have to worry about
Thanksgiving,
that, Lou. You
Christmas.
don't
Hey,
have
Like,
that.
how?
if back in my single days, I would tell guys the holidays, man, that's macking season. That's macking season heavy because a lot of women are emotional. A lot of women are missing family. A lot of
Yeah.
women need a
Cuddle
connection. They need a cuddle buddy
And they like to be able to go to the family gatherings
somebody.
with someone.
Exactly, man. So, hey, this is the perfect season. This season and Valentine's holidays, you can really get into a woman's emotions. But I would, say don't do that because you don't
Yeah.
want to play with emotions. But if you are going to do it,
Right, talk about
you
it.
dig? If you are going to do it, don't be slick and dirty with it. Don't make a bunch of promises that you're not going to keep just to get laid.
And I remember at one point you were saying, man, that a Mac isn't just somebody that's, and I'm paraphrasing, like
Yeah.
a liar. Like,
Right.
Mac should be upfront.
Right.
And say, hey, I'm going to hang with you here, then I'm going to probably do this here, over here.
Exactly,
because
because
liar.
women respect that. A lot of people think macking and players is about dudes going around lying and all that. Most players are very thorough. They're not honest to the point where they're being offensive, but they let women know what the deal is. They're like, hey, look, I got this little thing over here I'm going to be going to, and I'm going to be going over here too. So they're not making unnecessary promises, and women can respect that. Respect is big with a true player.
You know what I find though? I do have a couple guy friends who have the very open relationship. Yes, I'm honest with the females. I tell them I'm dating multiple people. After a certain amount of time, the female can't do it anymore because she starts
Yeah,
to
man.
fall. And I tell them like, look, eventually she's going to catch. No, she understands. I told her how it is. No, she's gonna catch feelings.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And that's when it be calling your girl or your wife or showing
exactly.
up. Yeah,
She'll show up to your
catching
spot.
fillers.
Exactly, because women get very
I
competitive.
want to tell you straight up, man. If I was
Yeah.
with a female and she had a man and it was all good and everything, I'll go tell her man.
What?
I'll be like, man, like I want that for myself. I'll be like, hey, man, we got to fight in the front yard for this.
You need to get out of the picture,
Like, man,
bro.
your wife is dynamite. You know what I'm saying? We both love her. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll be that emotional girl, Jack. Like, where you going? You know I got to go home to him. Why?
Oh my gosh, hilarious.
Like, man, you know what I'm saying? When she leave, I just take the cover and feel all dirty and
I'm gonna take a shower later.
yeah, you know, scrub it off. You know what I'm saying? Put my period panties on, eat some Haagen-Dazs. You know how I am.
Tariq, what are some words men should avoid when using or starting to talk to a girl in a relationship?
Number one, stop putting love out there so easily. Because a lot of guys, man, you go on a second date with a woman and you're like, I love you. I love everything about you. You turn in damn Keith Sweat on the second date.
Right.
So now you're setting up fake expectations. So you don't want to do that. And also, you don't want to start talking about committing anything too early, too. Because a lot of times women look at a dude like that. Because women in the back of their minds, they're like, I'm a fly chick, but why is this dude committing to me so early? Does he do this with every guy? And what's going to happen? She's going to be like, okay, let me use him. Because a lot of times guys put themselves out there to be used. So you find out that you done paid all types of rent and bills and all this stuff.
I
And
promise, babe, I got you.
yeah, you look at your bank account, it's empty because you done tricked it off with this woman who's using you now. So you don't want to put yourself out there and look weak.
Don't make future plans too, Lou. Like, don't say
Yeah.
like, "Oh, we should go do that Halloween thing," and it's like August or something like that. Because girls will be like, "He wants to like spend Halloween with me, and he wants to hang out in a couple months." No future plans.
You don't oversell your game. A lot of
Let
dudes
me ask you
oversell
this,
your game.
Natalia, if Matt don't bring you home for the holidays, do you feel a certain way?
This year, I would probably.
But y'all already had holidays together.
Yeah,
right?
we've already had
Okay.
holidays together. So if he didn't, I'd feel a certain way. I'd be like, wait a minute.
But you already been to the crib, so if anything,
Yeah.
it would be more of a reason.
But the first year that we were dating, we didn't spend the holidays together, and I was hoping that maybe he would have asked, but it was still really early on, so I kind of checked myself because there was a second where I was like, well, maybe he'll come over for like pie on Thanksgiving, and then I was like, bring it back, girl. Don't be the crazy girl.
Yeah. Right. You know, like, man, yeah, I baked some pie.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah. You show up at his job with some potato salad. Like, you don't love me? You know, that's how
Damn. Like, you know, I cut the potatoes and everything myself. I could just went to the market and bought this. Big boy. Tariq, my brother, definitely want to thank you for coming in and hanging out with us, man. Now, for all things Tariq, how do they get in touch with you once again, bro?
Yeah, you can email me at info@TariqElite.com. You can check out my website, TariqRadio.com. You can hit me up on Instagram at TariqElite.com, Twitter, TariqNasheed.com, and Chop Up Game. And I'm doing a lot of things. Check out my documentary series, Hidden Colors, at HiddenColorsFilm.com.
Now, what is that?
I did a documentary series I produced about history and unknown history. And I have 3 volumes, Hidden Colors 1, 2, and 3. And that's at HiddenColorsFilm.com. I'm into the film production, the whole shebang. I'm diversifying the game.
As you should, brother.
Yes,
As you should. Always a pleasure to see you, my brother.
Man, my pleasure, brother.
There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Tariq Nasheed up in here, big boy.